Man, I've had a couple of thoughts running through my head. I kind of wanted to flesh out with you and with you guys as
Uh-oh.
well. Uh,
Y'all heard his thoughts, bro.
oh yeah, it's about to
Y'all
get
heard his
deep, son. We're
motherfucking.
about to get interdimensional.
This dude, no, y'all know he's weird. It's
Very.
weird. He's weird. So
Oh
I'm
yeah.
scared. What thoughts have been going on through your
All
head,
right.
bro?
So first off, pedophiles, right? What's the problem with
See,
that? No,
you
I'm
see
just
what I'm
kidding. No,
saying? You see what I'm
I
saying,
just
bro?
canceled.
You see what
No.
I'm saying? You
All
see
right,
what I'm
all right.
saying?
Midgets, right? No. Oh wait. Oh, we can't call them that. Tiny people. Oh.
And guys, good night. Hope all is well. This is D Star and that D Money and all the foolishness and stuff.
Anyways, okay. No, man. Like, okay. So I was meditating the other day, and
Or
I
sleep. I'm just playing.
maybe that
I'm
too,
just playing.
but no. I was meditating, and I kind of got this reception, and it was basically a voice telling me you are an interdimensional being,
Mm-hmm.
and that you are not the body, but you are the interdimensional reception, and you're basically picking this body is what's picked up that reception. And so you are the thing, the source that it's coming from. You're that self, right? So if you're thinking of yourself as this interdimensional thing that's picking up a reception from somewhere, the question then becomes, well, where is that somewhere, right? And I argue that it's basically the source. And how I like to explain the source is like that's God or something like that. And that's what I like to explain it as, is this omnipresent energy, in thinking of this reception that your body is picking up on, this frequency that you are, is the self, right? Because an interesting question, because I was talking to Nyla, my baby mama, about this earlier, and she asked the question, then do you think that that reception, that vibration that you're picking up on, can be changed? So, which I thought was a very interesting question, because if we're following the logic that the self, the Atman, the this ancient Hindu philosophy of the self is the consciousness, or this vibration that you're receiving from the source, the pixel vibration. You're just a pixel. If you're thinking of it as a computer screen, you're just a pixel of that omnipresent thing that is shooting out this vibration to experience this third dimensional plane, meaning that the reception that you are is experiencing all planes. And if I know that in science they say that there needs to be 11 dimensions for the universe to exist. Well, I argue that there's 12, and the 12th is the source, and that's where everything is coming, trickling down from, right? And so if you're again thinking of that, following that logic trail, that this reception is coming from these other dimensions, and that I'm in this third dimension receiving it as a third dimensional vibration, right? Then if I can tap into, I want to say the vibration, but I don't feel like that's the right word, more the reception and the source of where the reception is coming from.
Vibration, frequency,
Right?
like
Yeah, the
like
frequency, I guess. Like I like to
a
use like
reception.
radio frequency, like
That's
97.5, like that kind of
that's what a
idea.
reception. So you want it's frequency, vibration. You have to look at if then you would just break it down. You would just break it down into it's all broken down to sound.
Mm.
It's sound and condensed in weight. What we're seeing is just condensed. So
Right.
like breaking yourself down, yeah, like it's even in this day and age, it's not so far-fetched to know that we're like it's here,
Mm-hmm.
it's inside. So nothing is looking at the external, it's only a projection. So you're breaking yourself down, breaking yourself down, breaking yourself down, breaking yourself down, breaking yourself down. Then it just almost repeats itself to its new life, new galaxy, or whatever that space is, which is infinite, which which is the beauty about that. But it would only make sense that in the space that you're in now is the experience, and these decisions that we are making are or points. There are points. I think you got this shit from me too, bro. Motherfucker. I was like, man, what the fuck? I was like, bro, I was talking to this bitch. I was like, no, but like it's the decisions, and I really feel like it's the decisions because it's like, well, okay, well, we're in the dimension, and this is slow. This is slow.
Right.
We that's why we patience. That's why
Mm.
we always got to focus on we you know, we talk about stillness and shit like that because even our souls even our souls get excited. We be feeling where we already at even
Right.
before we in it. So that's
Right.
why we be getting impatient.
Right.
Cause you be like, okay, think about it, bro. Okay, all right, think about it, right? Think about it. Okay. Dude, it's funny because it's funny because like it's how we do this shit. It's like, okay, you say, man, I saw my life just like this.
Mm. Right.
And bro, like you literally, okay, so you
Mm.
felt like you was eating Kraft macaroni and cheese or some shit like
Yeah.
that, and you was just thinking about the vision that you had, and it was in your stomach, in your soul, in your heart, and like you just kept vision every time you whatever, just kept visioning this, and you just kept doing it,
Right.
right? And you was in this space, and because you felt that, right, like you rezzed with that, you kept going in the direction,
Right.
creating that space that you were feeling resonance to, you know, and then you even know in that in your journey with those decisions, when, like we were saying, like when if shit, I don't know, because we know bro, because you can even play out the different
Well,
realities in your real time. You can play out one situation 5 times and then 5 times over that. Think about how many times you done it.
Right. Well, yeah, and you're like thinking about a conversation and how it could play out 5 different ways.
Yep.
Definitely. And so I think like when you're in that moment of, okay, I don't know what to do next, like you were saying, then if we're again following the logic that we're coming from this source, right? This source, this omnipresent thing has all the knowledge already. It's an infinite amount of knowledge or of intellect, right? So if I'm coming from that source, then that means that I have access to that infinite wisdom.
Bruh,
And it's inside of you,
bruh.
right? Because if I am that reception and this body is just the thing that has picked up this reception, then it's all coming from the same place, meaning that this also then, if we're following this logic, plays into the idea that we're all one. Because if we're all just receptions, or not just, but we are receptions from this source, then we are all coming from the same thing. Meaning then that we are all interconnected through that thing, right? Through that source. Not that, me, you, and whatever are the same people, but that the reception is coming from the same source, meaning that we are all interconnected through that source.
A picture, take a picture, put it on cardboard, make puzzle pieces out of it, spread out all the puzzle pieces.
Right.
Every
Right.
last single one of those pieces of those pictures is one piece of the picture.
100%.
Like kind of like that, man. It's like that's how I like to look at it. Like in, like you said, like in his logic, just breaking it down as we like it quantifying that conversation, because even beyond that, it's like I was even thinking about this, like, damn, okay, bet, like, so beyond that, then this third is this level here, this third dimension, this space is a physical, like there's physicality here, there's a body, but then beyond that there's become atmospheres, and there's a unit, then like what is that, it's celestial body, extra body. So it's like it's beautiful. I find that beautiful because even in just learning how our bodies operate, and like when they say go within, they go with enter should be like INTER to give it better context. It's you well, something I've realized, something I've learned is that it's like your own encyclopedia. Your body,
right.
Like I was like, that was one of the learnings that I've learned within my journey, and through meditation sessions, and lots of discovery is like, oh, okay, this is what I am. This is who I am.
Right.
You know,
Right.
oh, like, okay, this makes better. This makes more sense. Okay, this is how we operate. I remember my first big my first big experience. I remember waking my wife up, was like, "Yo, bro, sorry, like, bro, I was tripping. Like everything was like everything, like the first Kundalini experience." And I was like, "Death isn't real, man. Death is not real." It was the great, like that was the
Mm-hmm.
biggest one I got out of it. And I was like, man, it's something beyond that, which is why they have us. They have people, people on their consciousness locked down and
Mm-hmm.
their bodies locked down. You lock down the body, you don't get the proper circuitry.
Right. Right. Well, you can't receive the reception that you need to because your body isn't ready for it.
It was like
You know,
having your wires in your house and someone's
and
fucking
it's not
off
connected
and
to
like another's
anything.
connected to
Right.
nothing. You know what I'm saying?
100%. 100%. And in using that analogy, even if if the wires aren't connected, the light bulb is still there. You
100%.
know what I mean?
Yep.
It's the ability to turn on is still there.
Yep. Yep.
Um, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean that's kind of one of the ideas that's been floating around in my head, really, and I'm still developing it as I go through these experiences, and what does that truly mean, and how do you access that, and all this, and it's just
Well,
like
get ready
asking these
for
questions.
a very, 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 very long journey, my
Oh,
friend.
100%, 100%.
Like, no, man, it's a long ass journey.
Yeah.
Even, bro, because even like I was telling you a couple days ago, like we, I get excited. I truly get excited. Like, I mean, one, if you would have told me that you can gain martial arts abilities through
Mm,
meditation,
mm,
I'd have laughed at you or whatever.
mm,
But then to know how much we can receive through the body, like I get excited about like a lot of the unknown. Like, bro, like even to I've been telling you all this
mm-hmm,
these discoveries and things that come with, and that's fun in itself. It's like puzzle pieces. And for in this experience, well, right now in this space and this space that we're in, and the everything that is transpiring with the earth, and movement and of evolution that's happening in real time, like outside our bodies being very, very like losing like the density is getting lighter,
mm,
very, very, very light.
mm,
um I was losing my train. I lost my train of thought. That, but because like our our changing right now. So yeah. So a lot of that discovery about changing of the body, and like we talk about even the but the connection with the earth, and even what's happening in real time through these transits, sometimes these moon cycles, even now, um, we're physically uh changing to get and to be able to have better access. This is why we have to be clear, like we always have to continue to receive, because the information as we're getting through the purity, the purification of the cosmos and everything, space and the earth around us. That's why we get all this
mm-hmm,
calamities and stuff. Like we're having to, like, because a lot of knowledge is being hidden,
mm-hmm.
obviously, right?
Right,
Like,
right.
and it would make sense that we're now talking about things like this and really diving into like
Mm-hmm,
discoveries of our bodies and ourselves and these past histories,
mm,
like, because it has to come, and like we're like receiving, right, these, like, each one of us is receiving these points and this
right.
information and how we're supposed to do it, to then come to the point to not make those same mistakes more. And like, dude,
Mm,
we all know, like, everything is moving, so we're not receiving shit just to receive it.
right.
We're it's supposed, like, it's we're supposed to be getting these things in this fragment, because I mean, really think about how much of that information, those electrical thoughts and that all that reception, if your
Mm,
body's not flowing properly, if it's not strong enough,
right.
like your physical body has to like be
Prepared.
prepared for it,
Right.
bro. Like, think about the noise. So even with that, right, like
Mm,
you're getting your own receptions and knowings and knowledge. Think about like you like finding out shit your own, like it kind of
right.
blows your mind, right?
Right.
And kind of has you stunned a little
Mm,
bit. Now put that on a bigger scale with people that's not even trying to be in the practice of
mm.
like just kind of practice of discovery, and like really we have to be making changes within ourselves and have accountability.
I
But think
want to
about
add.
that
I want to
scale.
well, and I want to add something to that specifically because something that's been bringing in my mind as well is this idea that there's been so many times in history where very influential people have used that voice in their head. And like when you're in a meditation or something happens, maybe you have a crazy dream, and an angel will come down to you and tell you that you need to do something a certain way. Um, and so following those ideas, maybe it's just some part of that reception trying to tell you, okay, this is where you need to go next, right? And it's like part of that experience, because this idea that there are so many influential people, for example, Rene Descartes, the man who basically founded the philosophy of materialism, which is actually measuring things for the advancement of science. Before that, they would just look at something and go, "Well, let's just think about it until we advance it." But he had a dream one night, because he was in when he was 22, and where an angel came down to him and told him the way that you study science or you study nature is through measurement. And he went on to then discover materialism. But the basis of the whole idea comes from this moment where an angel was speaking to him, right? This spiritual moment. So so then the next question that we rise is, how much of history has been influenced by these moments of divinity, you
Then
know?
you talking about that's the same, to somebody to like argue that be the same as um Moses in the burning bush.
Right,
Like
100%,
same day.
100%. And so, I mean, there's so many times throughout history where people have made huge influential decisions or huge advancements based off of some dream that they had, or a God speaking to them, or whatever. And so, I think it's like, if you have this idea that that's where a lot of history comes from, is
Mm-hmm.
from these divine moments, what's the influence of that? There needs to be something there. It's not that there's nothing. They
All
can't
right,
be
so,
the
all right, think
case.
about it like this. So okay, so I'll give you an experience, and there was a thought that me and my sister had early, like around 2019, 2020, when a lot of our discoveries and awakening, awareness is
Mm,
started to heighten. And I was like, when you do, anybody that does spend time like learning themselves, bettering themselves, in its purity, and not looking for something external to validate you, you learn a lot of discoveries.
mm,
And so when you do that, that light exudes through you, right? So then people are attracted to that because they want to know and
mm,
how to gain that and experience that light. Like they want that, they yearn for that. So then you could take that knowledge and then you can manipulate it. Like
mm,
it's at that point, because we do receive the knowledge over time, like over time, as we in our purest better ourselves and like really truly learn ourselves as God intended, as nature shows it,
mm,
you
mm.
know. And when we go against that, or we manipulate it, or we're in our material gain and all
Right,
the other stuff,
right.
that's where selling your soul, that's where that shit comes from, is
Mm,
or just manipulate all that. Like
right.
it's what you're gonna, at that point, it's like with great power comes great responsibility, because one person with that knowledge, and then it can start a movement. I
Mm,
always tell my, like,
right.
I always told you, like, shit, you, even your first day training with me, it's your job now, even
Hmm.
if you had no experience and somebody needed to push or whatever, you got one more day experience than they do. So
Mm,
you gotta better that. So it's
right.
this, like, with great power comes great responsibility, bro.
Mm,
I can see how a lot of this got manipulated, because
right.
it's because I can tell you, be like, oh man, dude, like I could have told you a long time ago, yo, bro, look, I had this
Mm,
experience. Look, man, and this, and I could have showed, and I've shown, like, could have showed you proof, and you'd have
mm,
been like, yo, D, and like, especially us training, even your mind. But let's say if you had a weaker mind,
mm.
it's like, man, okay, what else you want to do? What else you doing? What else you doing?
Right,
You'd have
right.
been drawn it, bro. You could build a cult, like you could
Oh,
build
easily.
like that's
Yeah,
how
yeah.
cult organizations,
Oh,
society is
yeah.
all built the
Well,
same way.
through the suppression of ideas, through the suppression of other, like, of enlightened, quote unquote, ideas, because now if you can suppress the meaning, the original meaning, now all you have to do is tell the story, and now I hold the meaning. Whenever you can just manipulate it however you want because it's for your personal gain, like you said, then you can build a cult off of this.
You never have you ever seen I don't think you said Book of Eli?
I've never read.
Bro,
Wait, it's a movie,
no,
right?
it's a movie. Denzel Washington,
I don't
and
think
he, bro,
I've heard of it.
go watch Book of Eli.
Okay.
But like, I ain't real no spoiler, but you'll appreciate, like, you'll see
Mm.
he's protecting this book. He blind, and the
Huh.
book that he's protecting is the Bible.
Mm.
And the dude that's trying to get it, he was like, "Oh, bro, like he had to protect, bro." He's like, we could do so much with this book, bruh.
Right.
Like, do you
Right.
see like that spiritual text?
Mm-hmm.
That spiritual text, right? Like, was like so powerful to rule it. You can see where it's like, you can even see parts of it. We talk about the cult sciences and shit like that. You can see how it's ran, bro. And you put it in words, make it sound. And this is no disrespect to it, but like, you can see how over the years, how these societies and like these orders can be created, because it's easy to have a short group of people with the knowledge and then run something,
Right.
And I'm not even giving people that much motherfucking credit at that point, but it's not too far fetched.
Oh, definitely not.
You
Definitely
see
not
it in
far fetched.
real time.
Yeah, for sure. Oh man, how you feeling?
Oh, I'm Gucci, bro. We had a long ass day, bro. It was a good day. Actually, it was a real good day, though.
Yeah.
Actually, it's so funny. I actually asked how your day was going, but I was with you today, man. The fuck?
That's a good point.
I know, bro. Like, yeah.
Well, I guess you know.
Yeah. But you know what? I think it's a courteous thing.
Oh, definitely.
Like, you always gotta ask people about it, because I only saw you on parts of the day. Mm-hmm. So I always ask somebody how their day going.
Definitely.
We ain't looking for somebody wrong on that story, but looking for somebody to feel good. That's why they day.
So basically, we're just asking you so you feel good.
I was just messing, but no. Sometimes, man, you need to be asked, man. I always, whenever I go to the grocery store, and we all go to the grocery store, got to, right? Unless you DoorDash or Instacart, Instacrip.
It's an app idea,
right? Instacrip.
You can know where the recent gang violence was.
Oh my god, shit, the Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, the Grand Theft Auto.
But I would every time I would talk to the cashier or whoever, the manager, whatever, asked me how they doing, bro. I was like, man, you could be real with me.
And it probably, like, you watch them, like a weight is lifted.
They do.
Well,
Yep. I said, you can be real with me, because I know what you're going. Look, you got 8 hours a day dealing with thousands of different energies all day, every day, trying to make everybody happy for their pastries and donuts and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Got to make sure that chicken and that sub sandwich is on point, right? And you gotta make sure everything, and you gotta make sure it's a pleasure shopping there, right? And so, I get it, but you're not no robot. How if you feeling, man, I want to choke the fuck out of somebody? Yeah, tell me that, because I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah, right.
You got to get that off your chest, and I
better.
And I got a nice ass laugh. That was beautiful, bro. So if you see me, I ask how your day going, keep it real. Keep it real.
For real, definitely.
All right, bro. I'm Gucci. I'm Gucci, my man.
Too.
Beautiful people. We'll see you next time.
And thank you for anybody that ever watches, ever.
Appreciate y'all.
Deuces.